Hello everyone and welcome to Pretty Peacock's Nursery. My name is Amy. I've got my Millie back again. I had her in my very first video, and I'm going to change her today into her Easter outfit. This is, I guess you would say this is kind of her Valentine's outfit because she's got hearts all over it. But I love the sleeper on her. It's so cute on her. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and change her. This is the outfit I'm getting ready to put on her is a very unique outfit. I've never seen anything like it. I got it from a boutique. I like to shop on Mercari as well as sell on Mercari. I like to shop on Poshmark as well as sell on Poshmark. So I found this little outfit that I'm about to put on her through Poshmark, but it was someone who had a little boutique and had it listed, and it was very inexpensive, and it's super super cute. But it also, I'm sorry, I've got my cat's tail in the in the back of the camera here, but it also is it's very uniquely made. I've never seen one quite like it. Makes it, I will say off hand, it makes it a lot easier to dress the doll. So let me just show you. Okay, so it's this little onesie that says rabbit on it. It's so cute. So cute. And then it's what I thought was pants. But it's not pants. It's just little leggings and they're separated. So see, you have like a legging here and a legging here. So they're not connected in any way. You just put it over the legs. So it's kind of interesting that it's done that way, but nevertheless, I still think it is so cute. It's a little big on her. I have put it on her, and then I'm going to put on her hat that she came with. She came with this little hat. Actually, she came wearing this little hat, and I'm going to put that on her too because I just think look at that. I mean, just the little ears. I'm going to put that on. In fact, no, I'm not going to put that on her first because I'll just pull it off. Now, this is a 0 to 3 months size, and it's kind of big, but I prefer to have my clothes for Millie especially because she is a silicone. I prefer to have the clothes a little bit bigger than tighter because I do not like, they say, don't force clothes on a silicone doll, because it can tear them up. And so I prefer things to be a little bit bigger that I put on her because I don't like, I don't pull on her limbs or anything like that, but I don't like feeling like I have to shove an arm in a sleeve. I want it to just kind of easily go on her, kind of like this one's doing. It's kind of easily, going on her. I'm not having to pull and tug. So that's the one thing that you got to remember with silicone dolls. To which everything I know, I don't know a lot about silicone dolls because this is my only one. But everything I know, I learned from Lynn, from watching her videos. So anyway, so I was watching a video this morning from Annie Banani's nursery where she's selling her little Pearl. And, oh my goodness, I would love to have that little doll. So cute. But it's just not in the cards for me right now. So, as you can see, it's the onesie. See, the onesie's kind of big. But, I mean, look at it. Is it not cute? And one thing I've noticed with Millie, and if anybody that has silicone dolls has any answers for me on this one, I would greatly appreciate it. She's definitely got some shiny spots. And I've tried to powder her and take care of that somewhat, but it just doesn't, she still seems, the shiny spots seem to come back. And being new to this, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do to take care of that. So if anybody has any advice on what to do with when your silicone doll, gets shiny, if there is anything you can do, I would appreciate it. So, okay, so now we're going to put on the little leggings. And kind of what I did last time is I just I mean, doing it this way definitely makes it easier to dress your doll, especially a silicone doll. I kind of tuck the onesie into the, and this way too, since it's not pants, it doesn't cover up where it says rabbit on there. So I just kind of tuck the onesie into the little leg, and I mean, she just looks so cute. And also I kind of wanted to chat about, what is everyone's favorite, brands of clothing for their dolls? Everybody's got usually a favorite or two. So far, in my experience, and this not only goes along with my dolls, but with my children when they were babies, I love the Little Me brand. Even though it runs kind of big, I absolutely love Little Me. And I also love Nanette, which is an older company, I guess, because some of my dresses when I was a baby were made by Nanette. And, I'm in my 40s, so it's definitely been around a while. But I love, their dresses. The little dress I had on my Abigail in I believe it was my second or third video I did, that was a Nanette dress, and it was mine when I was a baby. So, now we're just going to put her little hat on. And let me just tell you, this baby, she looks so cute in this hat. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just precious. Precious! I cannot get over it. I just can't. Now, like I said, this is kind of big, so the neck is a little bit big for 0 to 3 months, but she's all dressed. It's a very interesting outfit, because, you would think that this would be pants, and, I mean, in some ways, I think I would like it better if it were pants. It would look more natural, but then you wouldn't see this rabbit down here. But nevertheless, I love the bows. I love bows. In fact, when I was dating my husband, I had a bow. Hi, Melvin. I had a bow in my hair when he met me, a big blue bow, and that is what he says is part of what made him fall in love with me. Is I was just very simple, no makeup on, had my hair pulled back in a ponytail, and had this big bow in my hair. Now, keep in mind, I met my husband in the 90s. That was like the thing in the 80s and 90s. My husband just kind of fell in love with me being that like girl next door, big, huge bow in the back of my hair, kind of like Minnie Mouse bow, And he absolutely, I no longer have that bow, but he absolutely loved me in that. And so, in fact, as the story goes, I mean, we spent the evening together, and I was with a friend of mine. No, Melvin, you can't get up on the pillow. I spent the evening together with him and a friend of mine. We were all just sitting around talking, and the way the story goes is he came home to his mother that night, or went home to his mother that night and said, "I found the girl I'm going to marry." And he married her. And we've been married for 23 years, and I can't believe I'm old enough to be married 23 years. I'm barely old enough to be married 23 years. Melvin is my old cat. He is the oldest. He is about 13 or 14, and he's such a loving cat. He's like, I pet him, and he wants me to pet him more. He's such a loving cat, but he's got arthritis, and so he doesn't move very well sometimes. Isn't that right, buddy? But I don't really want him, like, right now around me, because I've got sorry, Melvin. I've got my silicone doll, and, hair will cling to her, and I don't like that. There's a hair right there. So, of course, as you can see, Melvin doesn't seem to understand no. He's just like, I want somebody to pet me. Pet me, pet me, pet me. You know what? I just realized my lighting in here is like super dark. No. I may have to stop this video just to get Melvin out of the room. Hang on, let me turn on my overhead light because... Okay. Is that better? Can everybody see her better? Oh, yes. Yes, that's much better, I think. So, yeah, as you can see, she's got a little couple of shiny spots on her face. But she's absolutely adorable. She's absolutely adorable. And, I mean, she is a keeper. Never will I get rid of her. I say that, but, you know, who knows what may happen down the road with, you know, babies coming in and out of my nursery. But I can't imagine ever getting rid of this doll. I just can't. So, anyway, and I just got a little dress in today and I don't know if, I just got a little dress in today that I ordered off of Poshmark. It's really cute. It's got little lace. It's very vintage looking, I guess, or antique looking. I don't know that it is, but it's really cute. And anybody who knows me right now knows that my daughter and I love antique and vintage stuff. So, I mean, she more so than I. She is very into pastels and very into antiques and vintage. She used to be into vintage clothing, not so much now, but she used to be. So, anyway, so I was, a funny story, just for pure entertainment purposes. I had a, appointment this morning, and I had to take my youngest son because I had to take him to school right afterwards. So had to get him up early. So I have the appointment. I take my son to school. I come home and realize I don't have my house key, and I feel totally dense. My neighbors aren't home. They have a key to my house as well, but they're not home. So I feel completely stupid, and I call my husband, and I'm like, I've got a little bit of a problem. He said, okay, what's wrong? And so I tell him what's wrong, and he's like, why don't you just go to the middle school and get the key from Julia? Or go to the high school and get it from Drew? I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. Or I could go get it from my husband as well, but it's much further away where he works. So I was like, yeah, I'll go to the middle school. It's only 10 minutes away. So I go to the middle school. I have my daughter called out of class, and I said, make sure you tell them for her to bring her house key up to the office. And so she comes up to the office, and she looks at me, and I said, yeah, I locked myself out of the house, and I didn't have my key. So, and I didn't even think to come here. Your dad had to tell me to come here to get the key because I was going to drive all the way to Glen Burnie and get the key from him. And he was like, just go to the school. So, total ditziness on my part. That happens to me sometimes. So, big changes going on, too, in my nursery. Well, I don't know so much in my nursery, but just in life in general. My mother-in-law is coming to live with us, and I am going to be her caretaker. And she's just in a point in her life where she cannot live by herself anymore. So I'm going to be doing that. That should not take any time away from my videos and my nursery. But, it's going to be interesting, having someone else, in the house with my dolls and, different, topics to talk about and things like that. So, that's going to be happening probably in the next 2 weeks. So we'll see how all that goes. It's going to be very interesting. Especially with my back. I know I've mentioned before that I have back issues, and I don't think I mentioned what I have, but basically, I have a condition, and it's called spondylolisthesis, and it's where my vertebrae are, well, I have one that is slipping off to the side, and it's pinching my nerves, or squishing my nerves, I should say. And at the same time, I have a couple of fractures in my back from a long, long time ago. Don't even know how I got them. Probably happened when I was really young and did all sorts of cartwheels and flips and back bends and all that kind of stuff. And he said, you probably broke it then and you don't even realize you did it. So, and now that I've gotten older and I'm over 40 and I've put on weight, it just makes it worse. So that's kind of the quick version with me. So sometimes even sitting in the floor like this is like not the most smart thing for me to do because I can't get up and down the way I used to be able to, and it's really no fun because you're like, okay, I'm in my 40s. There are days, not many, but there are days that I feel like I'm in my 80s, and so it's just kind of difficult sometimes, but you know what? You have to keep pushing forward. You know, I can't let it slow me down much because I have to keep pushing forward and doing things that I enjoy doing and taking care of my kids and, you know, just I have to keep, you know, but all that aside, this hobby has been so therapeutic for me. You know, just to be able to sit and cuddle one of these dolls, it's so therapeutic, and I absolutely enjoy the hobby. And honestly, I really got into the hobby before I started having or noticing issues with my back, but not much before. So it's kind of funny how that worked out. You know, I guess it was last May is when I really started getting interested in this hobby. And then I had started a new job in August of last year, and that's when I started having the back issues, or noticing the back issues. And, you know, as time went on, I've now had 2 nerve ablations, which seem to have been helping. I mean, I'm not 100%, you know, better, but I mean, it seems to be at least a 40 to 50% help, and that's all they expect it to do. So it seemed to be doing well. So I obviously cannot lift, you know, anything heavy, you know, furniture and things like that. I have to leave to my husband. So, but yeah, it's just been, you know, I've been doing this now or collecting, I should say. I've been collecting now for almost a year, and I love it. I love it. And I think even my daughter's kind of, I wouldn't say getting into it because she doesn't like dolls, but she likes the whole idea that I've got a YouTube channel now and that I'm making videos, and she loves like helping me edit and things like that. She just loves it. And she knows more about it than I do. She's totally into like nature and photography and all that kind of stuff. So if she wants to help me, I'm not going to stop her. I'm going to let her do it. And so yeah, that's kind of, I just wanted to kind of share a little bit more about myself. I know I didn't do that in the first video because I was a little nervous doing my very first video and thinking, you know, everybody in the world can see this, you know, on YouTube. So I just kind of wanted to be able to share a little bit about myself. I think that's about it. I think I need to do another video. Like I said, I'm slowly trying to get my dolls into their Easter outfits. So I'll be doing more videos, talking about more topics. I hope you're enjoying everything, and just please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to say bye now, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!